We are live. Why's my face cut off? I feel like my face is always cut off with this thing. Let's check it out. The link. And let's tweet it out. Tweet this out and then we'll get going. Right, let's get it going here. What kind of view do we want today? It's probably best, right? Let's do that. All right. Let's first address a question I got on Twitter. It's from Jake at Jake17 __. Ayabi Anoma status. Think he'll have a bigger role tomorrow. That's a good question. I'm going to say, I'm going to put answers here just so if anyone asks a similar, I'll have this for reference. I'm going to say not necessarily tomorrow, but it's clear Michigan needs a pass rush and soon. I'm gonna put soon. Okay, so I think this will be not just. Oh, and it's actually Oki now. Okay, he goes by Ayabi Oki, not Ayabi Anoma. So it's not just Oki that we'll see increased time. I think we're gonna see Derek Moore will get a lot more snaps as well. And then also I think Braden McGregor is also the answer here. So I think Oki probably has the highest upside of these guys just from his athleticism. Trevor, welcome. But I think Derek Moore, he's a young guy. He should improve quickly. Braden McGregor, obviously, he's a dude who Michigan wants to get involved. So I think all of these guys, Oki, Moore, McGregor, will start to see time opposite Mike Morris, especially on passing downs. You're going to see their snaps increase. Let me know, anyone in the chat, let me know what you're drinking. I got some sake. Drink of choice. First step on Oki is nuts. Account 22. Absolutely it is. He just has to learn, man. That's it. You know, he came in 2 weeks before the season. So it's not crazy. I mean, I think it's already really impressive that he's seen this much time. Really. Like to come in this quickly and to have an impact that he's had already, that's pretty impressive. Not a lot of guys could do that. So him seeing snaps already is a really good sign. I think it's only on the way up here. Okay, I don't have really anything planned, so I'm just kind of walking into this Iowa versus Rutgers game from last week. Let me mute this. I don't want to listen to this broadcast. And just see what's up with it. See how the Hawkeyes look. Quality probably isn't super great, but that's okay. We're just here to watch, to learn. If you have again, this is super loose. If anyone has any questions, anything like that, I can pull back up the notepad and walk through it. This is meant to just be a just a Friday night hang. Nothing too structured here. So we're figuring this out together. Man, this quality is not that great, is it? Oh well. This is all I could find was 720p. So we're struggling through it together. We're surprised to see Rutgers have 300 pass yards. Um, yeah, I mean both corners. Let me actually pull up my pen app while I'm here. Both corners are pretty good. I think I watched the highlights of it. I didn't watch the full game yet. But I know both corners for Iowa are really good. Um, I know they have a safety Merriweather, I believe, who also got like a fumble and two picks or something in this game. Um, you can win underneath against them. Um, so it's not like you are completely lost against this Iowa defense. No one on their defensive line really stands out all too much. Okay, let's break down some of these plays. Gosh, it's a little grainy to break it down. So we got here just zone blocking up front. So their defensive line seems to really like to shoot upfield, right? Watch this defensive lineman. He's just going to shoot upfield and kind of take himself out of this play. So they got to watch that just moving forward here. On to the second level. Oh, that right tackle does a really poor job here. Look at this first step, especially for this tackle. He's stepping outside here. He allows this defensive end to get inside and crash down the line of scrimmage. If he gets inside leverage on this and blocks him out, this is blocked through to the linebacker because you get a double here up to the linebacker. He kind of comes to the backside A gap. Um, so if that defensive end isn't allowed inside by that right tackle, right, that's just really poor job engaging. Look at how that right tackle there is just kind of like accepting that, right? He's not driving. There's no impact being made there on 92. He does a really poor job. Our right tackle should be really sad about that. But look at that gap, right? Pretend 92 is not there. That running back is there, right? Because his double is getting there. Boom, you're getting to the linebacker. If this is blocked on 92, got a nice crease here, blocked here to the corner. This is Riley Moss, I think, right here on this guy. So that really this guy and the safety are the last two. These are the only efforts here, and really that's a tackle around 8 yards. But instead, that right tackle does not do a good job sealing off that defensive end. Defensive end works inside, contact at a yard, only picks up 3 instead of 8. Not what you want. So there are yards to be had, man, against Iowa. It's just staying disciplined and not making mistakes. I I don't want to say it's turnover luck because they have good defensive backs, and I don't want to, you know, jinx them. I don't believe in that, but they have good defensive backs overall and good linebackers, and they'll capitalize on any mistakes. I mean, that's good coverage. Nowhere really to throw the ball there. So I don't know what Simon was thinking on that throw. Double coverage, safety high, right? Cover two is bread and butter out of Iowa City here. So I thought I was crazy for a second. I remember seeing Johnny Langan on the tight end. He's tight end now. It's like, wasn't that a quarterback? And yeah, they moved him over, I think last season, into a tight end from quarterback. And I was like, when did that happen? I feel like it was just last year that he was quarterback, but clearly I'm wrong. Oh, what a catch. What a good job from the quarterback stepping up there too. Because really, they're only bringing 4. It looks like the linebacker here. I don't know if this is Jack Campbell. I don't know his number, but he's staying in for the running back. So he's not actually rushing. He's just kind of shading here in case he flips out late here and he would follow. Right. So you're only bringing 4 on pressure, but the pressure does get there. Let's see how the pressure got there. 92 constricts. It's really poor job there from the left guard, it looks like. Good inside move from the defensive tackle. So I'm looking right here. He's going to kind of feign outside, go inside. Not the best feet here. It looks like he's kind of leaning forward. And not the best hands there from the left guard. We can't really see what's going on, but he loses contact right there. Good ripped move inside. It was a good job recognition of that from the Rutgers quarterback right here. Looks like he's trying to read. I don't know exactly all the routes here. I'm not going that much in depth. But he recognizes the pressure. Good job stepping up here. Good acceleration actually from this defensive tackle. He recognizes this guy stepping up. He's going to go woof, and really good acceleration from that defensive tackle to adjust to that. Reason I was surprised, Rutgers only had 200 total yards against Temple the week before. Yeah, I would have to go back and watch that Temple game too to see what was up there, but that is surprising. Oh, he gets crunched. Quarterback gets crunched. But a really good location on that ball. I mean, it's low, right? But to throw it right here to make the decision to throw that to 21, that's a good call. And speak of the devil, it's Johnny Langan. He gets crushed here, doesn't he? Boom. Ooh. Actually, it's more the Iowa guys who crushed each other there than Simon getting crushed. Oof. Here, run up the middle. Anything interesting here? Not really. Just not a whole lot of movement from that offensive line. No one's able to climb to the second level. Linebackers are there. Just kind of a mess of humanity. Seems like maybe a little bit of a missed opportunity to try to kind of bounce this, right? Boom, boom. I mean, you do have this linebacker who will probably flow there, but I don't know if you're looking for a potential alley, right? It seems like feigning this, trying to get the linebacker to commit here before bouncing out here, right? That's relatively well blocked. Maybe, but Iowa doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes on defense, right? So not a whole lot of chunk plays. You're not going to beat their corners that deep. They know how to run their cover two. You got to have either elite athleticism to beat them or just kind of march down the field. And that's a false start, I think. Yep, false start. Can't be doing that. It's that left guard. Just a little flinch right there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Can't do that. Now you're second and 12. You can't be behind against Iowa. You can't. You'll get a few yards here and there, but you got to stay ahead of schedule. That's a good pass. I like that. I expect Schoonmaker to have a really big game. I also expect Donovan Edwards to feature heavily as a part of the game plan. But this is it, man. This is going up against their linebackers in coverage, right? I think Michigan has advantage. I think if Michigan had Eric All, that would have been really, really huge against the less athletic linebackers of Iowa, right? They're disciplined. They're really good linebackers, but they're not, Eric All is one of the most athletic tight ends in the country. So, but this is a good look. Just first read, boom, have outside leverage right away. Just get back some of that yards, right? Nothing fancy. Good tackle and actually decent coverage there from 44 for Iowa. But you get 5-6 yards back, and now it's third and manageable instead of third and long. So it's a nice look. Yeah, 3rd and 7 maybe. All right, what are we doing? Got motion. Langan coming across a formation here. Okay, only sending 4. Little twist up front. I mean, whew, that's just tough. If you're Iowa, you live with that, right? So you're sending 4 on pressure, it looks like. Boom, boom, boom. Twist here, 92. Relatively quick throw. You're just hitting literally wide receiver on a fade down here. So any pressure, it looks like they actually got what they wanted. 92 is kind of coming free here on that late twist around 91, 85 there on the D line. So you get what they want. This is just a relatively quick pass. It happens to be back shoulder, whether that's on purpose or not, right? Probably depends on whether you're a Rutgers fan or not. Nothing you can really do there. I think number 3 is Riley Moss. Nothing you can really do there if you're Iowa. I mean, that's just a good ball, right? Good adjustment from the wide receiver in the air. That's just tough. Sometimes you have to just tip your hat, right? Tip your hat to the offense. Just be like, you know what? If you're going to try to live on that, right? I also call it like the Michigan State offense, where it's just like, what was it? Was it 2016 or? I mean, honestly, it was. I feel like there's been a couple of years where that's just how Michigan State has lived. Just throw back shoulder, see what your guy can do. Let's Toast Media with the "What's Up, Mason Blue?" Salute everyone. Go Blue, Michigan. I think if we go 4 wide, we can cook them. They don't have 4 DBs to stop us across the board. You might be right. I mean, I still expect Roman Wilson. There's not a whole lot of teams that can match up with a guy like Roman Wilson. So I think you're still going to have deep shots available. It's just a matter of whether or not you can hit them. And then Edwards' big day tomorrow receiving. Yeah, that's what I want. That's exactly what I want. Motion him out, right? Get him in that favorable matchup against a linebacker. And that's really where you really, really win that battle against the less athletic linebackers. So I think I had a tweet about it where I said I think the main thing that Michigan has been doing is keeping Donovan Edwards healthy, right? He probably could have played the past couple games, but they've been keeping him just healthy. And I think what they've probably been doing is looking at, how are we going to approach Iowa? I think it's not a game that they necessarily had circled, but it's a game that they realize like, hey, we need to maybe plan a little bit for this defense. It's a good defense. And they view Donovan Edwards as a matchup nightmare. And also they just wanted to ensure that going up against a stout defense like Iowa, you can't just have every single game Blake Corum, right? You need to make sure you have a change up there. So I think making sure he gets fully healthy before starting to, get him half the snaps with Blake Corum is a smart move. We'll play action. Oh, you got to catch that. It was a forward pass. But I like this little concept here. So this is all the way going to Langan, right? Because you got both of these wide receivers. Their goal is just to take these guys downfield and block them, right? He's not running route. He's just looking for this. So this is just a little play action. This play action brings both these linebackers up, keeps them out of the play. And then you're really just making a bet that between these blocks and this route out here, that hopefully this guy will get lost, right? So this guy should be blocked. This guy should be taken away and blocked from this wide receiver. You're hoping that this quick flat route here, this sprint to the sideline, there's enough traffic to get the safety held up from these blocks as well. That's what they're hoping for on this play. Good place ball. That's exactly where it needs to be. Maybe a little lower. Actually, yeah, it could be a little lower. It's a little high, but you should still pull that in. And it's actually nice that this wide receiver's route, actually, now that I'm looking at it, so he's running vertical, right? And that's taking this defensive back out. This guy will start reacting this way, and that's why he'll start to actually turn his body this way. So it's almost like a little crack block as he starts reacting this way. You'll have simultaneous this defensive back backing up while he can also take out this safety coming across with this responsibility. So smart little play. It's not like a home run hitter. It's looked like they're working for 5 yards here, right? You get 5-6 yards. That's what this play is designed to do. If it completes that, and if it's in stride, you can probably get 5 yards. Are you worried about Iowa's run game? No. They have not been running the ball well at all, like all year, like pretty abysmally, actually. Let me look up ESPN Iowa football. Just confirm that. But I don't think they've been doing anything like worth anything. Right? South Dakota State, 1.6 yards per carry, right? Take out the negative 25 yards. All right. So take that out because those are sacks, right? So 31 carries for what is that? 31 for 92. So even that you're barely eclipsing. Yeah, that's not good. So that's not good there. And that's against, South Dakota State. What are they right now? I mean, they're 3-1, right? So they're good in the FCS. They're a pretty good FCS team, but it's an FCS team, right? Iowa State, decent enough squad, right? But again, 2.3 yards per carry. Ugh, that's not what you're looking for. Against Nevada, 4 points. Oh, yeah, 4.6. So that's not bad, right? They rushed a little bit better, but even that's not like super great. I mean, that's decent, right? That's pretty good. And then against Rutgers, 3.4 yards per. So yeah, they're not. I would say no. They're not good. Yeah. I mean, I like a couple of the running backs. Like I think they have some talent there, but we'll see. I'm not concerned about their offense, honestly. This game, I think, is going to be a slog to start. I think it's going to be let's make sure that we're comfortable here. Let's make sure we're not making mistakes here. And let's not turn the ball over because that's what gets you in trouble against Iowa. What happened here? I missed that play, but it was incompletion. So give me one sec. Okay. Is this timeout? All right, timeout Rutgers. 2nd and 10 here. What do you got? Motion across, 2 running backs. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, that was spicy. How about that? And this is something where like last week it was frustrating because they didn't run JJ at all, right? This week you gotta use his legs, right? You gotta. So this one's interesting. I like what they do sometimes with these defensive ends. So they're leaving this defensive end completely unblocked. They're letting this guy just run upfield, right? Watch the right tackle here. He's just going to let this guy upfield. They're leaving that left end unblocked. He's the guy who's being read on this. That right end is just flying upfield. They're letting him do that. Then what do you got? I don't really get. It's kind of awkward blocks here. I don't know what's going on. So you initially got just one-on-one blocks here. Boom, boom. I don't know where this guy's going. It looks like he initially also takes out this defensive tackle before working to the second level. But I don't think he really needs to be hitting that defensive tackle initially. It seems like to me that guy's pretty well blocked here. So he should probably just work to the linebacker. But with this action, right, the linebackers are firing out. Both linebackers are reacting to this sort of motion out of this near side running back to this side. So they're thinking all the way that this is a potential give here. So they're reacting bigly this way. If I'm this guy, I should get work to the second level and just kind of post up here, right? Trust this block, trust this block. But I guess he's taught to assist here, get movement, and then naturally turn this way, right? That's what this left, what is that, left guard? It's also tricky because they are pulling 51, right? So this is power. It's not just zone. 51 is pulling across the formation here. So this is an interesting little read. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. So 51 is actually pulling here. And that's also triggering those linebackers. So it's really a tricky little play here. I like that. Then good blocking on the outside from your wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. It's a good play. I like that. Nice little crease. Nice pickup. Iowa, I think, got 2 starting DBs out or 2 starters in the secondary. Do they? I thought they had a do they have injuries? Hold on. I want to look that up. 1 DB and a linebacker. Who are the guys that are out for them? I thought there was a linebacker out, but Ben Cox, is there any real reason to fear this game besides Kinnick Voodoo? I mean, it feels like we would have to constantly be giving them the ball inside around 30 for them to have a good chance. That's fear in and of itself, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if it's night game or a day game. They're 5-1. The last 6 times they faced a top top 5 team. But, like, here's the thing, I like, is that, like, an attractive stat to throw out, right? Like, 5 and 1 or how it's either 4 and 1 or 5 and 1 against top 5 teams, at Kinnick. Like, is that truly applicable? To me, there's so much, like, variance in that, right? Like, it's a different team almost every single year where that's happened. Like, I don't know. It's Is there something to that? Maybe. I don't know. It's a different team every year. Um, Unless they're like really just circling a game where it's like, and they're truly having different prep for top 5 teams, and approaching it differently. I don't know. It's really odd. To me, it does feel like a game where we have to be giving them the ball inside exactly what you said, Ben, inside our own 30 for them to have a good chance. Like, you have to shoot yourself in the foot continually, and be missing your opportunities, right? You go back and look at that 2016 game, there were multiple deep shots missed. Michigan played insanely conservatively. There were a few really key turnovers that kept Iowa in it. And Iowa did have a bag of, I would say luck that got them to it, right? There was a huge face mask call in the final drive that really set up that field goal for Iowa. They weren't really driving the ball all too much. It's just field position, making a few key plays, and Michigan shooting themselves in the foot that cost them that game. And you need to kind of that concoction to happen again if you're Iowa, especially this year where they had Akram Wadley create a lot of yards back in 2016. I really liked him as a running back. They don't have that offense this year. The main thing, if you just cover up Sean Laporta, the tight end, you're going to be pretty good. And the other thing, knock on wood, right? But Michigan has really good special teams. That's the other thing, have a weird punt return or a punt block and something. And that's, and also that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Wilton Spate was not fully healthy I think that happened in the second half, but even so, that did contribute to some of the conservative play calling for Michigan remaining in that game. So I don't know exactly when that happened, though. It's first quarter, I'll believe you, but I thought it was later in the game. Here, a little handoff, and nothing really going there. I'm not going to review each play, maybe just some of the bigger plays, if there's any losses or anything. But that defense is legit, right? Like, there's no denying that. Like, it is a legit defense. Did I say offense? I meant defense. Defense is legit. The Sake talking. All right, 2nd and 8. Oh, you got to catch that ball. He had it. What's this route combo? Looks like double slant, seam, near side. Wow, this quarterback is like so. There's nothing in his footwork. Isn't that weird? He just kind of accepts the snap, doesn't really move, and then just boom, fires it. It's not a bad pass. They got just kind of like a seam out of this tight end here, take out defensive back, and then almost they're acting like they're kind of going out to block, and then boom, slant. Same with this guy. Go out to block, boom, slant. Looks like the read is looking at this safety, making sure he's checking like this area, right, for this little slant, boom. Because he thinks he's going to have inside leverage with this sort of approach. He's expecting these guys to continue to back up. They're in man coverage. So he's checking that safety who is over the top there, see if he's biting and cheating down into where that slant's going to end up. That's at least what I think he's looking at. Sees what he likes. Yep, there's space there too, right? You see 21 right here. 21 does a good job. His throw is actually really well timed too. As soon as he's making just contact, right? He's not blocking, but he's just putting his body into this linebacker here. As soon as he cuts here, that's when this contact is made. This guy has to fire up quickly. He's not close enough to really make a play on the ball. So it's a well-timed ball when that contact is being made from that tight end. Boom, right there. The ball's maybe a little high, but that wide receiver needs to be prepared for that. So ball's a little high, but if he catches that, you're at least down to the 3, and you're set up 3rd and short. So instead, it's 3rd and 8, and that hurts. Yeah, ball is high. Yep, that ball's way higher than I thought. But yeah, I like that little route. Right, they're just kind of stuttering. Looks like they're going to block, and then boom, it's there. Ball should be a little lower than that. Give you guys a chance. 3rd and 8 here, just going for a fade. That's good defense. That's good defense. Yeah, Iowa isn't necessarily a speedy defense, right? When's the last time that you've heard Iowa getting a big time recruit, right? So is 33 Riley Moss? I think he is. 33 is Riley Moss. I don't know the other guy. Oh, he almost came down with that. Is that a Schrute? Hold on. Oh, Schult. I thought this guy's name was Schrute. I was like, you got Dwight Schrute out there for Iowa. And it's like, yeah, if you're gonna have like if Dwight Schrute is playing, right, even though Dunder Mifflin's in Pennsylvania, I feel like he would for sure go to Iowa to play football. 27-yarder here. Oh, there's a flag. What is the flag? Anyway, 4th and 3. Wait, what? Okay. All right, things actually happened here. What happened? Offsides on the defense here. Oh, he jumped off. They got him. 4th and 3. Send out the offense now. There's another flag. What the fuck? What happened here? False start? Oh my god, what a nightmare. And then you send back out the kicker. Oh my gosh, if they miss this. Okay. Whew. All right, let's watch this vaunted Iowa offense. Good return here, actually. Let's see what happens. Yeah, just get a crease. Can't be doing that, right? That's the kind of stuff that you can't give Iowa. You can't give them the offense to start at what, the 40, 35, 40? Can't be doing that. Oh, great view. Can I just say, why don't we have like these sorts of views all the time? This is all I want. Give me the view of everything, right? It's crazy in this day and age that, like, I think honestly, Fox Sports, FS1 especially, are like the best at providing just additional angles. And it's crazy that, like, I feel like you have to beg for additional angles on anything. Yeah, that's just a good job. Everyone's got a hat. Ooh, I don't think that's the right move from the outside here, right? I don't know why these guys are both diving in so hard. One of these guys has to at least threaten. Like, one guy can go inside, but they both kind of occupy the same space here and give way too easy of a lane to the outside. Oh, that guy died. You see that? Watch 25 right here. Boom! Holy. Someone's got pancaked. Unless there's someone else, dude, there's multiple pancakes. It's like a, oh my God, that guy died. Holy cow. Boom. What a block. And like, like, here's the thing. I get why like blindside blocks are like an illegal thing, right? But like, boom, like at a certain level, right? Some guys are just going to get laid out. And like, that's the same exact hit you see on like a blindside block. So like, keep your head in the swivel. I don't really like that blindside blocks are. I mean, I get it. I get it. It is for concussion protocol. I do. But those blocks are fun, man. I think he's okay. He got up pretty okay, I think. Hope he wasn't concussed. All right, Spencer Petras, 48 percentage on the year. Not great. 4.9 yards an attempt. That's, ooh, wow. You see that stat? Ooh, ranked 114th in FBS. Yeesh. That is not what you want from a veteran quarterback. All right. Oh, all right. A little hitch here for Sean Laporta. That's their main guy. Well timed. Oh, he bobbled it, still caught it. Good catch. That's the guy, man. That's it. Quick little snap here. What is that? False start. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning. Oh. Those stats are not good, man. I refuse to believe Padilla is worse. I feel like I recall him being able to use his legs in Big Ten championship. Then at least something with confusing offense. Man, it's how awkward is it to have your it's his actual son, right? It's Brian Ferentz. How awkward is it to have him, your offensive coordinator, and it just be this abysmal? Like that's just a bad look. Like, I mean, what are we doing here? Like, I don't know. Maybe they have a tendency out of trips here, right, to always throw. But I don't know. This is just bad. 56 here just gets kind of abused, right? I'm looking at this. What is this left guard? Left guard right here just kind of gets chucked. Boom, get chucked. And then you got both the linebacker. Is that linebacker? Yeah, it's both the linebacker and that defensive tackle just staring at him. Like, what are you doing? Ketris Padilla making touchdowns and tokes, which is a great username, making them laugh. I get it. Sean Laporta out wide. I like Laporta, man. That guy's good. Little trips. Ooh, that's a tough throw. That's the biggest thing I saw. I watched some earlier plays out of Iowa, and this ball is just really poorly placed, right? Maybe his eyes are also looking at this guy and he's a little worried about this path, right? Just simple slant here. That ball is so far behind. He's just inaccurate, right? No tight end. Ooh, it almost gets picked. Almost gets picked. But like nobody should be able to catch that, right? And now it's 3rd and 15. Now it's 3rd and 15. Look at this ball. Can't be doing that. Ooh, just through the hands of number 7 there. Look at that. Hits him right in the thigh. Boom. Ooh, almost. His mechanics don't look too off, right? Just inaccurate. I guess does he step into it? Yeah, he's fine. Oh. Wake up. 3rd and 15. Yeah. Okay. So this is all right. What happens here? You're showing what? 6. You're showing 6 on the line for Rutgers on the pass rush. Really a hands to the face there. See that? Kind of a hands to the face here. Don't know if that's going to get called. Number 12 here just kind of abuses both the left tackle and this running back. Both these guys kind of assist with this defensive end. Defensive end works past it, gets inside, gets some pressure. Not what you want there. Or it works the outside, excuse me. But both defensive ends are kind of getting home. Only one. But kind of probably feels the pressure. Nothing he sees downfield, goes for the check down. And on 3rd and 15, right, what are you going to do? Like, I like their – okay, careful. Don't get a penalty right there. Yeah, that's just like kind of giving up a little bit, you know. It's just like, all right, that's the best we can do. We got a great punter. I'll tell you that. Troy Taylor, I had him on my Big Ten fantasy football team last year, and he was money. I mean, when you got a guy calling for fair catch on the 4 yard line, it's like, okay, yep, you know you got a good punter. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Oh, let's go back to those stats. 16 points allowed. I mean, that's pretty good. Less than 200 yards, 40 first downs total, 43% red zone. That's pretty good. That's a good defense right there. I think that's Langan. Yeah, they're just doing a little wildcat, get some space. How many turnovers for Iowa tomorrow? Dude, I don't know. How many turnovers for Iowa tomorrow? I mean, I can't predict a whole lot because I just don't. I don't know. Maybe one or two. I'll say one or two. Just because, like, I don't know. I don't know how risky they're going to be, you know? But I mean, they're just not good on offense, right? Like, I guess my point is, I don't know how long they'll be on the field to turn the ball over. Like, that's kind of it. But we shall see. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of interested, just as a brief abbreviation here. UCLA's up 9-7 over Washington. It's an interesting game. I'll turn that on after I'm done here, but we'll work through this. See how good actually Washington was. I was actually at Washington versus Stanford last week. That was a fun game. 2nd and 7. They're keeping Langan in here, huh? That's a little pep cat here. Ooh, wow. What a run. Hold on. What a run for this. So what's he reading? Doesn't even look like Langan's really reading anything. Seems like maybe not, I don't know. I can't believe he got away from that. That's like a Kenneth Walker run right there, right? We get another angle of this. We gotta show another angle of that. Yeah. Just a great stiff arm there. Throwing off number 5. That's a man. That's a damn tough run right there. Cameraman couldn't even keep up. He's all sorts of out of sync. Oh, good defense there. So Iowa State got 3. That's the thing though. Like I have such a hard time like predicting turnovers. Like I feel like so much of it is just kind of not necessarily random, but at least like yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you can't really predict them too well. You know, sometimes you can make or like such a bad throw that it's not even close to being able to turn it over. Sometimes like fumbles can be odd and weird. So I don't know what happened on this run though. Wow. Okay. So both these defensive linemen just absolutely demolished. They just got so much depth. They like reset the line of scrimmage 2 yards. Both these guys get blown back a ton. And then this interior defensive lineman was just like, oh, I found myself exactly where the run is going. And I will tackle this man. It's exactly what happened here. And then just everyone else kind of funneled in. Quick thoughts on tomorrow's game. I see it as like a 27-9 type of game. I think it's going to start off slow. I think Michigan views Donovan Edwards as the key to winning, not even as a like true running back, but just getting matchups against the linebackers, just making the linebackers' jobs really tough, making them run in space, tiring them out all game. I think it's going to start off relatively slow. I think it could be like a 10-6, maybe 13-6 halftime lead for Michigan. I don't know. I could very well see it as something like the Big Ten championship game where you kind of pull out a couple big plays early, right? Connect on a deep shot, pull out a trick play, and really kind of put Iowa in an uncomfortable situation. I could see that as well. I don't know. I see it being a little squirrely. I think being I either see it as like a really close win or like a absolute boat race, like just absolutely demolishing them. Like I don't see Michigan making enough mistakes to lose this game. Um, but yeah, I think that's where I'm at with it. But we'll see. I've been waiting for some double halfback sets with Corman Edwards. Yeah, yeah. I think you're only going to see more of that. Um, I think that's really scary. Anything that like it seems like Michigan has been doing this pretty well lately, where anything that seems really scary, Michigan has started doing. Where it's like, oh man, it looks like there's a lot of space there, right? And Michigan's finally started like accepting that space with a lot of screens um, and yeah, now with JJ McCarthy, things just seem a lot scarier, right? Like your explosiveness as an offense as a whole is a lot higher, and that's just scary for defenses. So Michigan's starting to like feel a little bit closer to Ohio State in that sense, where it's like, oh man, like when you see Roman Wilson on a crossing route, it's like this guy's just like no one can keep up with that guy, right? Or you see Corm make a single cut, it's just like this guy seems like he's probably gone, right? So there's a number of different things that I feel like Michigan has been doing that is starting to be a lot scarier for opposing defenses, and that's fun. Michigan has the athletes now to really kind of impose that fear. I don't really like this play on 2nd and 11. Right, just a little dump off to the running back here. I feel like you had the out route, right? You're running this guy out of the slot. He's kind of running this sort of out and up. I feel like you got to hit this right here. I feel like he was there. I feel like you had outside leverage there. Feels like you had that, right? Why is he not looking right here? I don't know why. Like it looks like his eyes are right here. He should know that he's got something out here. Maybe there's defensive back out here. I'm not 100% sure. Quick back up. Is there defensive back? No, there's no one out there. I don't know why he didn't throw that. Feels like that's a better option. I don't know. Anyway, now you're at 3rd and 8 instead of. That's not great. Seemed like that was almost the first read there, which I'm kind of confused about. Throw wasn't great either. It was a little behind him, right? So the running back, it got tipped. That makes a lot more sense. Sewell got tipped, so he had to kind of stop his momentum as well, so he couldn't get out to the flat. So that doesn't help either. But now it's 3rd and 8. Ooh, happy feet, and what a pick! Oh, this was such a great play. Good pressure here. Only bringing 4, but the oh god, what a great pick! Watch this run back. Good little stiff arm. Cooper DeJean, that's the other guy. What a name. Right? That's all it takes, man. That's all it takes. What has the offense done for Iowa in this game? Not much. Defense really, they gave up that longer drive from Rutgers, but great hit there. Holy cow, Van Ness absolutely demolished them. It wasn't a wise throw, right? Like he should not have thrown this ball where he did. Like double coverage, safety over the top. Actually, not even really safety off over the top. That's crazy. He came off of his guy, right? Where was number 3? Wow, what a crazy read. He's just sitting in zone right here. Number 3 is. He's just sitting in zone. He's just watching the eyes here who's on that safety back there. And number 3, DeJean just falls back, makes that over the top. 28 was beat there. 29, whoever was on that route on number 12 there was actually beat. So that's just a crazy good play there from DeJean to fall back on that. That's wild. What a play. What a hit. What good pressure. So those are the type of things where like I'm scared about, right? Where it's like there were moments where JJ McCarthy looked pretty squirrely, right? And it's one thing to like get sacked when you're holding on the ball too long. It's another thing to force a throw. And if you're forcing throws against Iowa, um, it gets pretty scary. So those are just the events where, there were two fumbles from JJ McCarthy that Michigan jumped back on. There was a throw at the corner of the end zone, that it wasn't a pick, but the defensive back caught it out of bounds. That's scary, right? Those are the type of events against Iowa where they're more likely to take advantage than most defenses. Just such a great job for oh gosh, what a great view here too. I mean, this is the right read. Like, this guy has a ton of leverage here for Dijon here to recognize this, keep his eyes on the quarterback, recognize that this defensive back is coming up and that he needs to fall back here to assist on that. That's crazy. That's really wild. What a play. Yeah, so those are even the things where it's like for one, that's not you wouldn't expect number 3 to be dropping back there. Like, that's pretty crazy. And then you add in the pressure, and it's not even like that unrealistic of a play there. Just good defense. All right, 2nd and 1, that was a good slant. And then here's the other thing. After throwing like a pick six like that, right? Especially when you're away at Kinnick, you're gonna have to respond to some noise, right? Like, that's a huge momentum shifter. You're gonna have to come back and be able to deliver and be pretty brave in an environment like that. Good catch here, but still 3rd and inches. Why don't you just go under center? I mean, you picked it up, but when it's 3rd and inches like that, kind of think 2 plays with a quarterback sneak and you'll just get it. Good job there, though, just going through the wedge there off the tight end. Pick up that yard. Yeah, it's just guys are struggling to catch out of the backfield a little bit. Or at least on this route. This route feels like they're not repped well on it or something. That's a good ball. That's where it needs to be. Good reaction there from 25 defensive back, though. He's right on it. Even if he catches that, that's maybe a yard, maybe 2 yards. I don't think he's turning that up and getting much more than that. So good defense, 2nd and 10. Surprised they're not running the ball a little bit more here. Yeah, they're just turning to the pass quite a bit. Seems like they had good run. Yeah, I mean, that's a good throw. I wish I would have seen that on a 1st down, but that's what I'm talking about, right? You'll get 4 yards on a pass, but now instead of 3rd and 2, right? Or, maybe if it was 2nd and 8, right? On 1st down instead of now 3rd and 4. Now it's 3rd and 6. That's a little bit more difficult. This game will tell a lot about makeup of this team. Kinnick's super tough. If they come out strong, I'll be sold on mental capability to win at the shoe. That's a good point. I mean, you want to see how the team responds to a tough road environment. I think last year showed a lot that you kind of got that monkey off your back at like Camp Randall, right? Oh, that's dangerous. That's not a bad throw. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of the same guys from last year who went on the road and performed at Camp Randall and whatnot, they kind of bucked that a little bit. This isn't a bad throw. You got a lot of space here right out in front, right? You're understanding this guy's on a deeper dig here, deeper dig route. He's going to be coming across here. Look at all this open space, right? You can leave it a little short, allow your wide receiver to come back for that. So I don't mind this throw at all. Seems like the first read, just making sure that safety isn't coming down on that too quick. Throw just he airmails it a little bit on each of these throws. If it's off target, it's a little high. It seems like it'd be a common occurrence with him. So you need to keep that throw a little bit lower, and it'll probably come down with that. Might get lit up by the safety. Safety's now going for the pick instead of the hit. But ball just needs to be a little lower, but not a bad decision. Thought the defense relaxed at the end of the Maryland game and let them back in it. Yeah, a little bit. I was disappointed at the end of that game. Yeah, it was a little bit of a bummer to see that, but It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Yeah, but Hutch and Ross left. That's a lot of leadership that is gone, I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to like discount any of the leaderships that gone, right? Each year is a new year. You need to have those new voices in the locker room, and that does mean a lot. So I'm with you. And there was, especially defensively, a number of guys that you lost there. So I definitely get that. All right, so you punt, you're down 7-3, but it is the Iowa offense. Let's see what's up there. I feel like it's been forever since they've been on the field. Okay, that's a good run. What's that flag? Let's check the flag real quick. Holding. All right, let's check out this run, though. This run looked good. Pulling that right guard a little bit. I really, it's just, stretch left. Hey, good job climbing to the linebacker here. Like this little double, boom, boom. Reach out to this linebacker. Let's see. Looks like this is initial block here. Get to the linebacker. This right guard will then pick him up. Right, pick that guy up. Boom. Just don't let him across. Blocking overall in this play. Where's the holding come in? On number 70? Oh, yeah. So 70 has his arm wrapped underneath here, right? He's going to hook over, underhook, and then he's going to wrap him down. Can't be doing that. That's a killer, too, man. That's such a good play, right? Like, look at that. You're already guaranteed 5 yards on this. Fall forward for a few. Going to get 8, 9 yards. Instead, number 70 had to underhook and throw him down like that. Can't be hooking a shoulder like that. And watch, man. Like I haven't watched like each drive, but Iowa in like a 2nd and 17 or whatever, or 1st and 17, whatever. Like that's a lot. 1st and 14. Even so, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for them to overcome that. Oh my gosh! And then they have to take a timeout to avoid a delay of game. That's just brutal. That's just brutal. What was this stat? Offense points. First 2 weeks, 14 points, 316 yards. I mean, that's not much better, right? Like they're trying to like say like, okay, that was 1 week. Okay, so they had 14 points in first 2 weeks, and then in a single week they had better performance than their first two. I mean, sure. It's still not like 27 points and 330 yards. Whoa. Like, yeah, it's improvement, but like still not great. They got 21 yards so far in this game. Like, ooh. Play action. Oh God. Okay. And this is like what I remember from the Big Ten championship, right? You get some eye candy, get a little jet sweep, a little play action, boom, do a naked waggle here. You get a tight end releasing out here, right? Bread and butter for Iowa. And that defensive end is just like hungry for it. He's just like, yup, you still got it. And even if he catches that, like he's still dead in the water, right? You got that zone for Rutgers. You're still gonna. If Iowa runs on us, they will score. With what run offense, though, man? With what run offense? They have one of the worst run yards per attempt in the entire Big Ten, in the country too. They're like outside the top 100. So I mean, you're not wrong though. If Iowa can run on you, like you're in deep shit because they're not a good running football team. Oh, watch the rollout. They run that play on repeat. Yeah, I mean, Michigan caught that a couple times in Big Ten championship game and then pretty much shut that down. Right, they did. This is a well run play here. Kind of like this play design. Don't agree with that decision for this linebacker though. So you got boom and boom, double team between the left tackle and the tight end. Tight end's going to release here for this linebacker. This linebacker is pretty key. He needs to be working to the outside here, try to force this back inside, right, where you can have backside help. Instead, he kind of tunnels himself. Watch that. So boom, there's your double. Good movement there in the defensive end. I mean, maybe. I guess if that linebacker doesn't shoot that gap, then maybe that running back will shoot back up that. But your outside integrity is gone, right? He chooses inside. There's not a whole lot outside of this. Give credit to this left tackle though for recognizing the linebacker getting to the inside here and readjusting. So give him some credit there for falling off there. Number 5, your cornerback has to do a little bit better job. He is getting held though, right here. This guy is getting held like crazy. So safety coming down. He actually triggers pretty quick. The safety does. So good mitigation of damage there for the safety. So not a bad play on either team there. Limiting that to 3 yards is a big win for Rutgers, I think. Pretty well blocked. Peaches getting some pressure. Oh boy. Just throw it away. Just throw it away, man. You're outside the pocket. You took a loss of a yard there. Can't really see what's going on. Didn't seem like you had a whole lot open, but just throw it away. An injury. Big Ten refs not calling holding this year. I mean, it seems like it last week, right? Maryland was one of the most penalized teams in the country. They got called for what, one penalty? So that was what, 3rd and 7. Now it's 4th and 9 after that run out of bounds. Holy shit, they almost blocked it. Almost blocked it. How'd they not block that, honestly? Holy cow. Did it deflect off his helmet or something? No, not really. Crazy. How do you avoid the punter? That's also crazy. How do you get that close and also just not hit the punter at all? Terrifying. It might have hit him, honestly, because it wasn't the greatest punt. All right, let's try to get to how much longer we got here. Let's try to get to the end of the first half. Let's do that. We'll play action. We'll check down. Again, this isn't like bad, right? Like Rutgers, it doesn't look terrible. Like 2nd and 7, now it's 3rd and 4. 3.5 yards, 3rd and 3. Should be able to pick this up. I mean, it's just inaccurate, right? Like you had what you wanted there, right? Single coverage. Look at the hips there, defensive back. Right, you're at the first down marker. Boom. You're right there. This guy's not going to be able to react quick enough for that. Eyes are already there. Linebacker's not in position to play on it. So you get what you want. Right? You got exactly what you want here. Just deliver a ball. He's airmailing everything. I feel like that's the number one thing this quarterback keeps doing. That sucks. It's 3rd and 3. It's terrible. I hate it. Ugh. Why is this punter always smiling? Look at that. Look at that face. That is terrifying. This should be a cakewalk, but plays down to teams on the road. Okay. I mean, historically, maybe. Last year, I feel like got kind of derailed that narrative, though. Why is this punter smiling? It terrifies me. I don't like it. Feels like it should be on a horror film trailer or something. I don't understand. That seems like an illegal formation flag if I'm judging flags right here. If this guy's still smiling, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm rooting for him now. We'll see if this punter still smiles. Illegal formation. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's some weird shifts going on. They declined it or took it? We will find out after the commercial. What are we looking at? Rutgers players? I don't know what this is. Oh, okay. They can take it after the pun. All right. A little stretch. All right, so you're getting stretched. I think this is a Rayshon Benny type of game. Play Rayshon Benny a bunch. He's been really good against the stretch. All right, decent pickup. Nebraska, Rutgers, MSU. Yeah, Rutgers, Penn State. Yeah. I mean, it is tougher to play on the road, like in general, you know? And Michigan did still, you know, outside of the MSU game, Michigan still found a way to win those games. So it is what it is. And I mean, Penn State was ranked team. Nebraska was way tougher than 3-9. MSU, you know, Michigan was right there. So, you know, I it is what it is. For like I feel like it's such a weird thing to say like a certain team always struggles on the road, you know? Like I feel like you're not necessarily wrong with that statement, but like each year is different, you know? Like it's I don't know. It feels like such a random thing year over year. It's a good ball to Laporta there. And that's also true. None of those road teams had zero offense last year. Yeah, outside of Laporta. Laporta is the only guy to really watch. This guy, 84. He's the only real weapon that Iowa has. It's not like they have, you know, a super dynamic offense to be worried about. It really is. If I'm going to watch anything, it's going to be after a mistake for JJ McCarthy, a fumble, a turnover. How does he react the next play? Ooh, this is a nice run. How does he react that next drive, right? On a road environment, it's going to be loud. I think he's going to respond well. You know, it's not like he didn't play at all in a road environment. He played a lot at MSU last year. Block here. Look at this. I think that's Laporta here. He's going to work through the offensive line. Boom. Picks up a linebacker here that really forms that crease for this run. Good job. Boom. Picks up that linebacker. Linebacker doesn't do a great job. He needs to take on that block a little bit better. That forms that crease. Good block here from 76 as well. He's going to get out to this other linebacker. Boom. Good block here. Good block here. Lead block on the other linebacker. Boom. There's your crease. Boom. Good crease. Hits that well. But remember, this is the exception, not the norm for Iowa, right? This looks like bread and butter. We can do this all day. Not really. You can do it a little bit, right? Like that's not a bad run either. But this isn't, you know, they're averaging something like 3 yards per carry on the year, which is last in the conference. And that's against an FCS opponent, Nevada, Iowa State, and Rutgers, right? Which, granted, Michigan hasn't played much better, but even so. Ooh, good sack. Took off his shoe. Oh, what? I don't know what happened. Nice blitz there. Really well timed. This guy right here. He's going to fly off the edge. Perfect timing here. Impressed with that. Really well timed. Takes out an ankle. Good play. Boom. Second and 18. That's just I mean, you'll take that if you're Rutgers. Right now, it's what, 3rd and 12? 3rd and 13? Trips up at the top, single receiver down low, some pressure. Oh, a little screen pass. But again, that's fine. You'll take that, right? Give them 5 yards, 6 yards. Oh, they're staying out there. Oh, here comes the punter at the 40-yard line. Yep, that's a huge win if you're Rutgers right there. All right, I've seen enough. I'm gonna go to bed. My synopsis. This is what to be scared of for Iowa. That guy, their punter. Don't make mistakes. Don't make mistakes. Um, that's it, man. Play your game. I expect it to be relatively slow, get people comfortable to start. You get up 2 scores, I feel like you're gonna feel pretty good. I think 27-10 is like what I would expect for this game. I could see it being something like 42-6 and not be surprised. I think that's where I'm going to stand. I think it's between one of those where it's like kind of a slog to get to like a 21-10, 24-10 type of game, or it's going to be like 42-6 and just boat race them. I don't see anything in between that. Maybe I'm too confident. If it doesn't turn out that way, you can hold me accountable. But that's what I got. All right, I'm going to go sleep. Follow me on Twitter at Steven Toski. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on all of our channels at Michigan Rivals. A lot of analysis to come next week. Appreciate you guys hanging out this Friday night. And we'll go from there. All right. Thanks again, guys. Take care.